What's up, Hood News? I still gotta watch the edit. I still gotta watch the edit from the video you put together. I've been so goddamn busy. I ain't seen the final. My man Hood News and put together my music first pilot for my music documentary. And I ain't seen the first edit, the final edit yet. Busy as fuck. How y'all doing? Let me know y'all up in here. Cause it is exposure season. The fakers, frauds, and phonies are being exposed, and we loving it. What's up, Court? We seeing this. I'm telling y'all right now, this year, 2023. I think this is going to be the biggest year on record. The biggest year on record for exposure. You dig? What's up, Aries? Yeah, good job retracting that message. What's up, B? What's up, Miss Giselle? Yeah. "2023 is exposure season." I want y'all to go back to a show I did as this person with this loud ass car come through. What's up, Afro Lee? What's up, Frank Green? Connie? What's up, Quan? My people up in here. Okay. Well, now you got some Johnny Hammond Smith playing. Can we slide? Ooh, baby. Yeah. It's exposure season like a motherfucker. What's up, Tommy? I'll get better. Hey, what's up, Mr. Fauntleroy? Hold on, let me get my microphone right. There we go. Hi, Troy. Everybody say what's up to Mr. Raymond Fauntleroy. That good man was Martin Luther King's limo driver. I'm honored to have Mr. Fauntleroy in my chat room. Talk about somebody who's a day one. That brother used to drive the limo. Mr. Fauntleroy, do y'all know Mr. Raymond Fauntleroy? He was asked to go to Selma with Dr. King. And the reason Mr. Fauntleroy didn't go, because he said if one of them hit him, he's going to hit him back. That's Mr. Fauntleroy. That's him in the chat room right now. Everybody say what's up and salute to Mr. Fauntleroy. What's up, Jordan? But that's right, Gabriella. This is the age of truth and exposure. So I'm gonna start off by saying, first off, me personally, I'm not exposing nobody. So if you came here for a salacious, scandalous broadcast of me exposing somebody, that's not what this is about. I don't do that weirdo shit. But what I am talking about is an overall time of exposure. And for those of you, press the number 1 if you're in this chat room about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I said, when we were at the height of the whole Kyrie Irving situation, Kanye, when we were at the height of the Kanye-Kyrie hysteria, what did I say on this very show? I said sometime within the next couple weeks, there's going to be somebody white or somebody on their side of the game that does something so undeniable, it's going to make this Kyrie thing look stupid. And I said it, didn't I? And I gave y'all time, too. I didn't say it was going to happen. I said it's going to happen sometime between Christmas and right around the New Year. I didn't say it was. I told y'all exactly when it was going to happen. I said around Christmas time, New Year's, there's going to be something that they do that's going to heighten the contradictions. Did I not say that? Yeah, y'all hit number one. Y'all remember me saying that? What happened Christmas, New Year's Eve? Dana White and his wife. Because the hysteria was Kyrie Irving is so bad for America because he sent out a video, right? Kanye West is so bad because he sent out a tweet. Remember, that was hysteria. Remember that? I said, because what's happening is we're at a time that fake people, fakeness, people who are bullshit are going to be called to the carpet this year. And we are all going to have decisions to make. Do we believe what we see? Or do we make excuses for people's behavior just because we like them? Those are the times that we're in right now. Do we pay attention to what we see? Or do we make excuses for people because we like them? That's where we are right now. And I called it out last month. And it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep going on. You know how people always be like, when they be like, you know what, you need to call out such and such. Tell me out right now. Me, you, us, I, we. We're not going to have to necessarily proactively call out anybody this year. People will call themselves out. We just have to believe it when we see it. Don't be nobody's fanboy. Be true to what you see. What else did I say is happening this year? When I did my reading show, when I read 2023, I said there's going to be major disruptions due to communication and travel and transportation, didn't I? I specifically said when I read it, because we're in the 7 of Hearts here, I said it's going to be due to communication lapses. Logistics is going to fuck up food. It's going to fuck up travel. What happened this past weekend? This past week, was that Tuesday, Monday? What happened? Excuse me, can y'all remind me what happened this past Monday, this past Tuesday? What happened? The FAA shut down all flights. Why? Because of what? I can't hear you. Well, why? Why did the FAA shut down all flights a couple days ago? Because of what? Communication issues. Communication. This whole year right here, it's going to be this is a year of a lot of disruption in communication. And that's going to be a good and a bad thing. You should never ask someone, so what you saying? What I'm saying is pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay. Pay attention to everything going on around you. This is not a year to sleepwalk. People, we cannot sleepwalk. We got to see what's going on. We got to see what's going on around us, man. We got a lot of shit going on. That's right, boom. Keep your eyes open. Because even me, like, look, I can't see everything. I just think that we as a people, we gotta pay attention to the world that's around us and see and believe what we have going on, because it's a lot of people getting exposed right now. Like a lot of shit. Like y'all who are on Twitter, you see what's going on right now on Twitter. It's a lot of the year's already starting out with people. You know, is certain things going on Twitter with people that are very prominent, that are getting called out because of question eyes. Yeah, people running for office on both coasts, East Coast and West Coast, that have been facing the hot seat because of people that they know, surrounded with. I'm not telling y'all what to think or who to believe. I'm just saying pay attention. Pay attention. There's a lot of fuckery going on right now. So this is a time for all of us, me, you, we, us. We got to communicate to one another, share notes. What's going on? What are you seeing? What am I seeing? And also at the same time, we also got to know that we ain't going to get like everyone that's cool with each other now in January. A lot of relationships, bonds that people have, especially in the online world. You're going to see a lot of people start to separate those bonds too, where people go in different directions, because what happens is, and this can be fortunate, but it's also unfortunate. Oftentimes people get caught up in personalities and ideologies, and people have a hard time communicating and being around and having relationships with people that they disagree with in particular areas. And it's a lot of that going on right now, and a lot more of that going on. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you and I disagree in a particular area, that doesn't mean I can't still be cool with you. Now, everybody's not like that. Some people, if you disagree in particular areas, they got to stop being cool with people. I'm not like that. I have people I fundamentally disagree with on feminism, on the LGBTQ thing, and I'm still cool with them. Like, I got a homegirl that I know, her whole daughter's now a whole son. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I am not down, but I still got love for that person's humanity, you know? And we can still bond over other things. Just don't tell me to call your daughter your son and it's all good. And she don't. I'll just be like, your kid, or I'll call the kid by their name, or yeah, how's the little one doing? How was the teenager? But I'm not gonna say how's your son. Not doing that. And they respect it. So, sometimes if you disagree with people over certain fundamental issues, it's cool to just not talk about that thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's cool just to like, okay, yeah, you know what? That ain't gonna. We just gonna talk about something else. Whatever our faces. It's exposure time, and that means it's time to be real, with yourself, to be real with ourselves. Every day's a holiday. Listen to this Ozzy Buzz right here. I love this shit right here. I once had you loving and I can't let go. Shit. Also, I'm putting together my top 200 list, my top 200 singers of all time. I'm putting together my top 200 singers list of all time. It's for the most part done. Although I almost forgot. I just put Keke Wyatt on there. I gotta put Keke Wyatt. Keke Wyatt is crazy than a motherfucker, and she done pumped out more babies than a Wayans' parents' mama. But that crazy kid machine can sing her motherfucking ass off. What's up, Wally Gibson? I ain't seen you in a minute. That's right, Quan. Keke Wyatt is a crazy. I would never be caught in the same room, and I definitely wouldn't dip raw in kind of ass person. But she could sing her motherfucking ass off. I got Angela Winbush on my list. Of course, we got Peebo Bryson, Angela Bofield. Nate Dogg is on my list too. Yeah. What's up, Bring It Black? Oh, and I got my live show coming. Yeah, I got Tina Marie on my list. And get your candles at lightthemood.com. Jayla, the self-esteem queen. You see, I got one of Jayla's candles burning right now. This shit almost done. This is how much I'll be burning Jayla's candles. This motherfucker's almost gone. Bobby Womack's on the list most definitely. And I'm going to do a series of shows on my top 200 list. And I'm going to explain why all 200 people are on that list. Now, it's going to be a long series of shows, and I'm going to do those shows probably over on the Caffeine app. Because Caffeine let me play the music. You know, YouTube don't let me play the music. The nigga said Kenny Loggins. Nah. Kenny Loggins didn't make the list, my brother. Oh, yeah. Slide Songs X Machine, yeah. If you're going to be in LA February 25th, my show's going to be live. February 25th. Live. I'm going to be improv talking to y'all like I talk to y'all right now. Nah, Lucien didn't make it. It's only a couple groups made my no group actually. Well, the only group that made my list was the Emotions, and then as a group, the Emotions made it as a group. The Andantes, because those are 3 black women that sang on over 20,000 records. The Andantes, they made it as a group. But other than that, I didn't put them people as a group. Yeah, nah, no Corey Glover. Hell yeah, Denise Williams on the list. So is Levert, Eddie and Gerald. Yep. The best vocalist made it. It doesn't matter what genre they're in. Unfortunately, rock vocals are a little bit different texture. Rock vocals don't quite require the chops of rhythm and blues. I'll just put it like that. Rock vocals don't quite require the chops of jazz, rhythm, and blues. Hell, not even the blues. I'm not doing it by genre. I'm doing it by chops. Because oftentimes the best singers sing across genres. Michael Jackson sang in rock, blues, R&B, funk. It doesn't matter who's top 10, all right? That's another reason thing I'm doing my list. One thing we got to get out of is comparing one. The difference between the first singer and singer number 200 isn't that much. I only got the list numbered so people can see it's 200 people on the list. There's not much difference between singer number in vocal ability. There's not going to be much of a difference between singer number 30 and singer number 160. It really comes down to preference, impact, and things like that. All that, somebody is 78 versus not for my list, because over here in the Dwan world, we see things in pantheons, not rankings. There are a pantheon of greats. I see my music heroes the same way comic book people see their favorite comic book people. Everybody's great. One is great this way, the other is great that way, the other is great this way. That nigga said Jamiroquai. Tevin Campbell, yeah, Tevin Campbell's on the list. So is Nate Dogg. So is Glenn Goins, singer from Funkadelic. Felipe Wynn is on it. Gerald Austin is on it. Paul Robertson is on it. Paul Robertson is on it also. I'm sorry, Paul Williams is on it. Yeah. Dee Bridgewater's on it. Vesta Williams is on it. Hell yeah, Mahalia Jackson's on it. Mahalia motherfucking Jackson. Jerry Butler, for your precious love means more to me. Hell yeah, Jerry Butler's on that motherfucker. Hell yeah. I mean, Jerry Butler on there. Shit, yeah, nigga. Of course, Howard Hewitt. Somewhere there's a love just for me. There's a love for me. Nah, brother, Bobby Caldwell did not make it. Nah, unfortunately, Bismarck T. Bobby Caldwell did not make it. I think the only white person on the list is Tina Marie. It might be a couple more. I'm not gonna give y'all the whole list, but yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have some good talks about it. My whole world ended. Of course Dave Ruff is on there. The moment you left me. Man, I saw Funkadelic last night. I saw Mike McDonald might be on the list. He might make it. I'm still cutting it down. Mike McDonald might make it because he got a groove to him. He might. If Michael McDonald don't make it, he'll be like number 203. Because I like Michael McDonald's groove. See, the criteria, here's how the criteria for singers go. Because you have a range, you have power singers, you have rangy singers, you have high note singers, low note singers, you got singers who just phrase things right, you have other singers who don't have much of a voice, but they have a feeling. Like, give you an example. Nate Dogg doesn't have Luther Vandross's voice. Mary J. Blige don't have Shaka Khan's voice. But when they sing, you feel them. You feel them. There's no way in hell I could not put Mary on this list, even though Mary has a very weak voice. Mary has such a groove and a feeling. I'll be a motherfucking fool not to have Mary J. Blige on there. Same thing with Nate Dogg. A lot of the East Coast niggas is mad that I'm putting Nate Dogg on the list. I'm like, okay, if what Nate Dogg did was so easy, why hasn't there been another Nate Dogg? Show me another singer that dominated a whole decade, 15 years of every time they were on a track, that shit went to the top. Whether it be an East Coast song, West Coast song, down south, it didn't matter. Nate Dogg was gonna give you a hit if you was Ludacris in Atlanta. He was gonna give you a hit if you Eminem in Detroit. He was gonna give you a hit if you Dr. Dre in LA. It didn't matter who Nate Dogg was with. If Nate Dogg was on your track, it was gonna be hot. And he had a certain groove and a vocal to where you felt anything Nate Dogg saying, you felt it. So anybody that don't like Nate Dogg in my top 200 can kiss my black ass. Because if what Nate Dogg did was so easy, why ain't there been another Nate Dogg? It's been trillions of rappers. It's been hundreds of people who sing hooks in hip hop. Why ain't there been another Nate Dogg? Why ain't there been another one? Ty Dolla $ign has not had nowhere near the impact on music as Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg is Nate Dogg is a movement. And when Nate Dogg died and stopped doing music, you notice. Because Nate Dogg never fell off. Nate never fell off. Nate just died. Nate just died. He never fell off. They can come closer than close. Original there never will be. We pump it from coast to coast. I'm just trying to make you see. Nobody does it better. Come on now. Fuck out my face. Shit. I never said Nate Dogg's album was great. That's another thing. Y'all be judging people on one scale. It's like, shit. Everybody's not going to have a great album. Great soloist. That's that European way of thinking, that everybody got to do it one way. Let me give you an example. Wayne Shorter. Wayne Shorter, up in age. I don't think our brother, Mr. Wayne Shorter, has much longer to go with us, but he's almost 90 years old now. So he's had a great run. But Wayne Shorter, great saxophonist. In the 60s, it was assumed Wayne Shorter would take on the legacy of John Coltrane, Ornette Coleman, and the great Bird, and the lead saxophonists that were around before him. Well, Wayne Shorter, as a soloist, never quite had the impact of Coltrane, Bird, and the saxophonists that he was compared to when he was coming up. Wayne Shorter's impact wasn't as a great soloist. Wayne Shorter's impact was he was the guy that you put with the guy. Wayne Shorter with Herbie Hancock. Man, I hate this fucking neighbor's alarm. Wayne Shorter with A Weather Report. Wayne Shorter with Chick Corea. Wayne Shorter with Steely Dan. And Wayne Shorter carved out a career, a 70-year-long career, of making some of the most beautiful, complementary sounds that the song written would not have sounded right without. What do? Do you discount Wayne Shorter because he never sold as many albums as John Coltrane as people predicted? Do you take out his whole career and all the beautiful music he made that would have never been the same without him? Because Wayne Shorter's skill set was making your song better. And Wayne Shorter, what he did was he made a good song great. He made an okay song good. He made a bad song okay. Do you wipe out his career because he wasn't John Coltrane? That's something that I don't think people think about when they have these comparisons saying, well, this person didn't do this and they didn't do that. It's not everybody's role to sell 1 million records on their own. Just because you don't sell a Greg Fillinganes, his own albums never did well. His own music, I won't say it sucked. He made some good music, but it never did anything. But Michael Jackson's music would be 30% not as good if it weren't for Greg Fillinganes. Greg Fillinganes changed I Can't Help It from a Latin feel, the way Stevie Wonder wrote it, to the hit that you hear right now. Greg Fillinganes did so much on the keys for Michael Jackson. Greg Fillinganes made Michael Jackson's biggest music bigger. Greg Fillinganes couldn't sell 10,000 albums. But there's no way in hell Michael Jackson sells 80 million albums without Greg Fillinganes. What do? Do you say he's not as good of a keyboard player, artist as somebody else who sold a bunch of records for themselves? No. You appreciate people for where they are. You appreciate artists for what they bring, not what they don't bring. Nate Dogg has had a bigger impact on music than people who sold millions of records on their own. That's a fact. Nate Dogg has had a bigger impact on hip-hop, on music, than rappers who've sold millions of records. Cardi B sold millions of records. Does that mean she had Nate Dogg's impact? These are questions you must ask yourself before you go into these quick comparisons that don't mean anything. You got to think about it like that. What's up, Butter Love? Selling a whole bunch of albums don't mean shit. All you need to sell albums is great promotion. You don't need a good song. You don't need to know how to, you don't have to be a good singer. You don't have to be a good rapper. You don't have to be a good producer. All you need is a machine behind you that's going to give you constant exposure, and you'll sell a million albums. Guaranteed. A lot of the worst music on earth has been sold 1 million times. 85% of music listeners don't know what the fuck they want. 85% of people who listen to music is going to listen to whatever's played for them and whatever's constantly in their face at some point. How many times, press number one, if a song when it first dropped, you hated that song. But after about 2 weeks, after about 6 weeks of indoctrination in that song because your job be playing, having a fucking radio on at your job, and you keep hearing it, you actually start to like the song after about 6 weeks, sometimes 2-3 weeks. Press number one if that's ever happened to you. Or you go to bobbing your head, you kind of like, and it's catchy, and you be like, okay, I hated this song when it first came out, but after a while, okay. Happens all the time. So selling to make 1 million records, all that takes is promotion. That's all that takes. Doesn't mean anything. What you can't do is promote impact. Nate Dogg was never promoted. No one ever said, hey, Dr. Dre, You should put Nate Dogg on that song. No, Dr. Dre, whoever producing, whoever the producer, they'll put together a song and they'll bring in Nate Dogg for a hook. And Nate Dogg will write his own lyrics, write his own hook, and fall right in the pocket. And next thing you know, the people listening thinking that was Nate Dogg's song. No, that wasn't Nate Dogg's song. That was a mediocre song that Nate Dogg turned into a hit. So there will be no Nate Dogg slander around me. But back to what we're talking about, exposure time. We are in a time that, and I'm telling you right now, see, this is what's going to happen next. And mark my words, this is what's going to happen next. A black person about to fuck up. It's going to be a minor fuck up. Somebody black in the next 3 to 4 weeks, or before, probably sooner, but no more than 3 to 4 weeks. A black person's going to do something. What that thing is may or may not be that big. But the coverage is going to be monumental. Look at this nigga fuck up. This nigga done fucked up. This nigga done tweeted this. He done said that. He done did this. That's a coming. And within 2 weeks of that, a white boy is gonna do something that's gonna be like way worse than what Dana White just did. All this shit's about to play out before Valentine's Day. Watch. Dwan, how do you know this? Why are you predicting this? Why are we even having this conversation? What's the point of this conversation? Why are we talking about this? I'm glad you asked. The reason why this is happening is, and this is my point of view, again, there are other reasons. This isn't the reason. Other people have valid points of views too. Like everything else, there's always multiple things going on at once. Nothing's ever one thing at once. Mostly all things and multiple things going on at once. But from my perspective, why is all this going on? What's going on right now is we're just at a time to where the people have been lied to long enough. What do they say? You can fool some of the people. You can fool all the people some of the time, and you can fool some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. That's where we are right now. You can't fool people all the time. And right now, we've been getting fooled for so long. We've been getting fooled as a people for so long. And we didn't ask for this. That's why, I'll be talking shit, but I don't really get mad at people who took the shot. Only people I get mad at are the people who took that damn corona shot and they went around preaching to everybody else like they was better than us. Fuck y'all. But a lot of people just took the shot because they had to go to fucking work. They had duties and responsibilities. And there were a lot of people also who just believe what they hear. They trust CNN, they trust MSNBC, they trust Maxine Waters and Jim Clyburn and President Trump or Obama or Biden, whichever you are. There are a lot of people out there who truly do have faith in the system. And to tell you the whole truth, the system that we live in wouldn't exist if people didn't have faith in it. So a lot of people have faith in the system, and they were fooled. So those are the people I have compassion for. And even though I saw through the bullshit, everybody don't see through it all the time. Well, there's a law of the balance is a law. The law of polarity, the law of reciprocity, the 7 laws of Tahuti. Look them up. Or sometimes they may be known as the 7 laws of Thoth, or they be known as the 7 hermetic principles. All the same shit. The law of reciprocity, the law of polarity, the law of correspondence, as above, so below. We're in a time to where just the laws of the universe are being called are taking effect. The laws that built this place that we live in. And balance is being restored. One of the key components to restoring balance is people seeing things for what it is. And that's happening right now. You're right, it's a lot of people dropping like flies right now. Hey, S-Rep, you're right. The people with the strings, hey, S-Rep, I'm glad you said that. Again, salute to the chat room, you know what I mean? The majority of y'all are intelligent as hell. Y'all say things, you know what I mean, that really help a nigga think. I appreciate y'all. But S-Rep said something real intelligent. He said the people pulling the strings got sloppy with it. And I'm 100,000% with that. Because right now, people are waking up. So those in controls of the levers of power, they kind of making fast, hasty moves right now. And I'm not sure the people who are in control of the levers of power are staying as ahead of the curve as they used to be. You know what I mean? And all that really took was us and people waking up. Like for instance, let's go back to the Kyrie Irving situation with the owner of the Brooklyn Nets. And I'm not saying he's one of the powers that be. No, he's not. The people that we see with money, the billionaires that we see, they're extremely low level. They aren't the ones with the power. They're extremely low level when it comes to power. But they do exert a level of power, and a certain level of power definitely over you and I, the masses. They do have a certain level of power over us. But in the greater scheme of the things of power, the people, Elon Musk, the people that we see that run these companies, they're on the low levels. Same thing with the presidents and the people who run the country, all the different countries. They're on the low levels of power. But let's use the owner of the Brooklyn Nets for an example. He thought suspending Kyrie Irving extra time and being punitive was going to be a popular move. He really believed that. Why did he believe that? Well, because 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it would have been a popular move. No doubt. If he does something like that, if the owner of the Brooklyn Nets suspends Kyrie for extra time and he's extra punitive, especially during the David Stern administration, 2006, what you will see is he'll get a lot of support. There isn't going to be any pushback. And the people, because y'all remember when the Malice in the Palace happened with Ron Artest and Jermaine O'Neal and all them? Y'all remember back then when like David Stern was spending them the whole season. Then I remember when Carmelo Anthony had that fight with Nate Robinson. Carmelo was suspended like 30 or like 60 games, 50 games. Like around like 2005, 2006, the NBA was like, if you blinked at a referee, you were getting technical and getting suspended for at least a game or two. So there was a time to where the owner of the move that he made would have been a popular move, and black people would have been too scared to say something back. Problem is, it's not 2005 anymore. And he made that move, and the people are fighting back. Again, let's talk about exposure. What else is being exposed now is the imbalance in shit. What else has been exposed is the imbalance in how people are treated and how justice is pointed out and laid out. That's being exposed right now. People ain't really fucking with it. You notice that? People ain't really fucking with that night now. People are like, you know what? Nah, that ain't it. Yeah, Kyrie balling right now. You're right. Tim Duncan was suspended he smiled at Joe Crawford. That was a referee he smiled at, Joe Crawford. I remember Kobe. I remember Kobe. The end of Kobe's prime happened in 2011. There was a game to where they weren't giving Kobe calls. Kobe never really Kobe, after that situation in Colorado, he never got the superstar treatment when it came to getting fouls. He never got the Michael Jordan, LeBron treatment. Karl Malone was another one that used to get that treatment to where you sneeze on him as a foul. Kobe never got that treatment. Not after that false rape accusation in Colorado. But in 2011, they didn't call. They called a bogus ass foul on Kobe. Kobe went to the bench. He hit the bench, and he looked at NBA ref Benny Salvatore, and he said, "Benny, you fucking faggot." Y'all remember that? Kobe said, "Benny, you fucking faggot." That was it for Kobe. Kobe stopped getting calls. That playoff series in 2011 against the Mavericks when the Lakers got swept, the Mavericks were butchering the fuck out of Kobe. And the referees swallowed their whistle. Like, nope. You said the faggot word? You're done, Kobe. And that's when Kobe's prime was done. They got swept that year at the playoffs, and then that following year, Kobe was balling his ass off, but he could not get a call. And then Kobe ended up popping his Achilles, which effectively ended his career and ended the best days of his career. But after he called Benny Salvatore a fag, that was a wrap for Kobe. Kobe didn't get no more calls the rest of his goddamn career. That's why Kobe my favorite all-time player. Fuck all that. He wasn't trying to be everybody's friend. Yep, Andrew Bynum clothesline JJ Barea, yep. Yeah. See, but like now, what we're seeing right now is a time of just the real ones are standing up. The real ones are standing up. And the fake ones are retreating. The fake ones are being exposed. The fake ones are being exposed. Matt Barnes, yep. So again, this is the time that you see how people are moving and believe it. Yeah, I had to turn it down because I don't want YouTube give me no. I don't want YouTube give me no strike. Let me water out the way. I don't want YouTube getting no strikes. Hell yeah. Don't you know? That nigga false. Why that nigga perm like that? This nigga was 12 and this shit was fried. Look at this shit. This nigga hair. This shit perm. They had this little boy going to bed with rollers in his hair. This nigga went to bed before this photo shoot with rollers in his hair. And he was like 13. That was child abuse. That was child abuse. Had that nigga going to bed with rollers in his head. He was 12. Nigga he couldn't go swimming with the other kids. He couldn't. Back then, they didn't play basketball back then. They played baseball. He couldn't play baseball. Back in the 70s, my dad said back in the 70s, they thought basketball was a sissy sport. You play football and baseball. My dad always said basketball was a sissy sport back in the 60s and the 70s. Them niggas play baseball. Biz Marty said male, dark, and lovely. Hell no, they couldn't hoop. They didn't hoop back then. Positive influence. They didn't really hoop like that. Them niggas was playing baseball. Yeah. Leroy Hudson. What y'all know about Leroy Hudson? So in love. I can't turn it up too loud. See, when I'm on caffeine, I can play the music. What y'all know about that? So in love. Yeah. I don't want you to give me no goddamn strikes. And you say your mom saw the Silvers and the Jackson 5? I be trying to ask my dad. I be asking my dad, man, did you ever go see the Mothership Land? See, my dad was like, hell nah. My dad was like, we didn't go into concerts. We used lowriders. We couldn't. He's like, you couldn't go on a concert when you was a lowrider. All my dad's stories of concerts in the 70s was him being up in his lowrider, driving to the concert, parking lot pimping. I'd be like, Pops, man, all his concerts came after he got with my mama. And he was taking her to go see Smokey Robinson and goddamn Natalie Cole and shit like that. But in the 70s, all my dad's concert stories was parking lot pimping. He got stories of going to the Forum to see when Earth and Fire was performing at the Forum. All of his stories are going up and taking his lowrider and parking at the gas station across the street from the Forum, waiting for the Earth and Fire concerts to let out. Those are all my dad's stories. Oh yeah, I remember. He'd be like, oh yeah. He and my uncles be talking. They'd be like, remember back in '75, it was that show. It was Parliament and War. I'm like, oh, was the show good? Man, nah, I ain't talking about that show. Man, my Cadillac hit this puddle of mud on the way up there, and I had to go up to the bathroom and find some towels, find some paper towels and wipe that puddle of mud off my car. I'm like, man, Pops, how am I your man? How's my square ass your son, Pops? My dad got stories of going to the Jim Brown's house in the 70s and running across other niggas from other sides of town, if you dig what I'm saying. I'm like, Pops, how did you raise such a square ass son? Oh, you know who else is on my list? He's definitely on my top 200 singers list. Jerry Butler. If you don't know about Jerry Butler, then you're about to find out. What's up, Hood News? Hey, man, I don't know if you was in here earlier when I said it, bruh. I still haven't seen the edit That night that I downloaded the video, we had a power outage. And I ain't been able to get back to it. But Hood News is editing my goddamn music documentary. This shit about to be fire. And he did a good job with it too, because I goddamn hated my performance. But Hood News made me look good. I probably shouldn't even be telling y'all that, but I did. Never gonna give you up, do-do-do, no matter how you treat me. Nigga, yeah. My favorite version of Dream Merchant was by New Birth. Only the strong survive. Yes, but yeah, that's that old nigga music right there. That's that old nigga. That song, Only the Strong Survive. You gotta drive a Lincoln to like that song. That you gotta drive a Lincoln, a Roadmaster, nigga, a Fleetwood. Only the strong survive. That song don't even sound right in a Honda. I can't play that song in my Honda. Only the strong survive? You can't play Only the Strong Survive in a Toyota. Shit. Nigga. You only the strong survive? You better be driving an Oldsmobile, nigga. You better not be. Nigga, a Saturn is too new. Nigga, a Saturn is 30 years old. That car is too new for that song, Only the Strong Survives. You can't be in no Scion with that, nigga. You drive that car in a Thunderbird, in an Oldsmobile, in a GMC truck, nigga, in the Eldorado. Only the strong survive. No, this is what I got on right now. I told you, my music misses are the shit. Intimate friends. What y'all know about this? Intimate friends. Endless love I found in you. Exciting in everything you do. Together within. Shit. Intimate friends. Intimate friends. Nigga. Hell yeah. That's for Box Chevy, yep. That's Box Chevy music right there. He said you gotta have your gold Zodiac sign pendant entangled on that taco meat on your chest. Ah, you right. Hey, them brothers from the 70s, they did have that. They had them them wide ass collars and taco meat and 2 or 3 pendants. It was gonna be a Zodiac one, and it's gonna be a Cadillac one. My dad had the Cadillac pendant. Yeah. I came out your freshman year in college, Mr. Wilson. I gotta call you Mr. Wilson out of respect. That's dope, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, you gotta drive a Buick Park Avenue to this, DeAndre. Yep. I hope to see y'all at my live show. If y'all in LA, February 25th, this is how I'm doing my live show. I'm not going on stage with no agenda. I might have a couple topics in the back of my mind, but I want to talk to y'all. We're gonna be interactive at my show. Y'all gonna say stuff, and I'm gonna go off on tangents. Hell yeah, we always had swag on lock. Man, our parents' generation, them cats was smooth, man. Yeah. Them Billy D mustaches. Yep. But yeah, man, like this is a time, man, people are getting exposed. You know, this isn't we look, people, we're just getting started. We're not even 2 full weeks into the year. We're not even 2 full weeks into the year. We are. You come from Arizona, that'd be dope to see you there. I'm doing it on a Saturday night at 10 p.m. so people could have their weekend. I'm to make because I was gonna do a show in January, but January be too close to Christmas. January is a month that people are just rebounding. You know, people got a lot going on in their life, and January is like a rebound month. But by February 25th, y'all good. What's up, Larry Smith? What's up, Marcia? Yeah, we're gonna have fun at the show. Yeah, basically, look, that's what we gotta. That's nothing that's changing. You know what else is being exposed this year? Black people, we're being exposed to the fact that we are the oil that runs we are the oil in the machine. All these other people that we see on top, they're the car. They're the hood, the look. But we really seeing as a people, what's being exposed is that we really are the oil that runs this. Let me give you an example. I said James. I said James because James Brown is on right now. Pay the cost to be the boss. Yeah. But anyway, Bill Cosby's about to go on the road. And he's going to sell out every show that he does. Bill Cosby is going to outsell Hannibal Buress, the so-called comic that so-called exposed Bill Cosby. The so-called comic that is so-called responsible for canceling Bill Cosby. What we're seeing is you can't be canceled. Not when you truly got the talent. Not when you truly got the substance. Dave Chappelle. They canceled one of Dave Chappelle's shows on the day of the show. Fucking with Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is still out there being Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle got tackled on stage. I was there at the show when it happened. That's how I know. The rest of the world, these other niggas talking, they gonna tell you what they read. I'm telling you what I saw. I was at the show when Dave Chappelle got tackled. And I saw how they stomped that motherfucker out the back of the stage. And he got wheeled out like looking like a goddamn pretzel. They still trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, but when you the oil, you can't cancel the oil. You can't cancel the machine. And y'all talking about baseball in the chat room. When black people were focused on baseball, baseball was the most popular sport in America, wasn't it? It was more popular than football. It was for damn sure more popular than basketball. When Ricky Henderson was playing, Willie Mays, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., when they were playing, when you had Frank Robinson playing, and Ozzie Smith, baseball was the most popular sport in the land, wasn't it? The minute black people say, you know what, we see y'all trying to, y'all took all the camps out of in the inner city, and y'all put them in Latin America, in the Dominican Republic. Y'all ain't really fucking with us. Fine, we out. Now no one really gives a fuck about baseball. We just had the World Cup a couple months ago. The whole world love the World Cup. Everybody except of America. Why don't America like the World Cup? Because niggas don't play. That's why. If black people were playing soccer, the Super Bowl wouldn't be shit compared to the World Cup. But since niggas don't care about the World Cup, America don't care about the World Cup. We are the oil. That's what's being exposed. We're starting to see that. Hell yeah, Quan. I'm glad that goddamn World Cup is over with. That shit was hard. I fucking hate soccer. That shit's stupid to me. I gotta use my hands. You gotta realize, baseball's the highest paying sport because it's allowed to be that way. The NBA should be the highest paying sport. The reason why the NBA is not the highest paying sport is because of the NBA lockout in 2011, when they cut revenue share from 57% to 52%. The NBA knew with this last TV deal that the salaries would be crazy. So that's why they had the lockout in 2011. Because without the 2011 lockout, what would have happened was, with the new TV deal, if players were still entitled to a 57% share, Steph Curry, his 5-year, $250 million deal would have looked more like 7 years, $650 million. All right? Two things happened with the last lockout. They lowered the terms of the deals. Before, the max deal was 7 years. They lowered that to 4 years, 5 years if you're re-signing with the team. And they gave out limited super max contracts. In order to be a super max player, you have to make the All-NBA team and an All-Star team in order to be a super max player. So what happens is, players that really are deserving of a $250 million deal don't get it because they made, like what happened with Klay Thompson a couple years ago. He missed the All-NBA team by 1 vote. So that him missing the All-NBA team by 1 vote cost him about $40 million in contract money. All that shit happened after the lockout. Before the lockout, had they not done that, you still have 7-year deals and a 57% revenue share of the current particular TV revenue deal. You can put that out you can see every contract be at least 30% higher than it is now. And why I say 30% higher? Because of the amount of money of the TV deal that the NBA got on this last deal versus the one it was under when they had the previous 57% revenue share. I know that sounds like a bunch of jargon. Basically, at the end of the day, what happened was NBA said, when we get this new TV deal, we ain't trying to pay all these niggas. We got these niggas out of baseball. We ain't trying to let these niggas have these kind of baseball deals in the NBA. And that's what lowered salaries to where now a max player in the NBA can only get a $280 million deal. But that was all created and contrived by the owners. Yeah. Got Camptown, Texas in this motherfucker. Camptown, Texas sound like somewhere you don't want to be after 5 p.m. unless you live there. Weed Smoke 22, that's the code for Jayla, yes. LightTheMood.com, Weed Smoke 22. This nigga said all khaki color team. Y'all stupid. Yeah. Camptown, Texas does sound like an all sundown town. Yep. NBA players agreed to the deal because they were sold out. One, they were sold out by their union reps, Billy Hunter and Derek Fisher. And two, they were locked out. A lot of players don't spend their money in a way that they couldn't go without those checks. That's how the players went for it. There's a whole lot that goes on behind the scenes, y'all. Exposure. A lot of people that you thought was on your side, they'll be exposed this year as either controlled opposition or someone out for themselves. That'll happen this year. Watch. Do I know who? Nope. I ain't got no clue who this is or who this group of people are. But I'm excited to find out. I'm sure a lot of your mainstream guys it's going to be for a lot of them. I'm sure that applies to a lot of people in the mainstream because there's a lot of people out there who still believe in the mainstream. I wouldn't quite say NBA players have another option with the big three. The big three can't afford to pay what the NBA can pay. But players have always had other options. European basketball pays well. China pays well. Australia League pays well. I know cats that play overseas, they get paid well. Are they getting NBA millions? No, but they getting a few $100,000 a year to play basketball. You play in that league, especially you play in Euro League, China. It's a lot of money out there for people who play basketball. NBA is not the only option. Those leagues around the world are still. It's not like it was in the 90s. Those leagues around the world are very organized and very good. If my broadcast is choppy, my brother D, that's probably your press the number one if my show if I'm being choppy to y'all. Is my shit choppy to y'all? Press is it? Let me know if my shit choppy. Let me know. Cause I've been able to see y'all fine. It's smooth to you, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Everybody said I'm good. So D Dennis, if my internet is choppy. If my broadcast is choppy, that's your internet, my brother. I think it's that 56K modem. When you logged on, it went. That's the sound that was playing when you got on the internet. And that's why this video is choppy. Because when you signed on to your gateway computer, it went that brother's watching me on a singular wireless cell phone. That nigga said, Alltel Wireless. He actually writes a check to. That brother writes a check to pay his bill. That motherfucker goes down to the Alltel Wireless store, and he writes a personal check. Check number 2567. What's today's date? Oh, the 3rd? Okay, yeah. Can y'all hold this check until the 5th? Because I have to go to my job tomorrow, pick up my check, and when I pick up my check, they're going to put it on a 2-day hold. So if y'all can hold this check so I can go to my job tomorrow and pick up the check from HR and take it to my bank, stand in line. This nigga don't even use the bank deposit, the ATM deposit. This nigga actually still stands in the branch line to make his check deposits. This nigga said, all right, I'm going to go on inside the branch and fill out a deposit slip. Like, I don't want direct deposit. I want to see my check. I don't want direct deposit. I want to see my check. I want to hold my check, and I want to see what FICA took out. I want to see what everybody took out, and I'm going to stand in line, and I'm going to fill out a deposit slip. And let me get $270 cash back. But can you make sure to give me a roll of quarters? Because I need that roll of quarters to go down to the laundromat to wash my clothes. So I need a roll of quarters and give me the $260 in cash. And then the last in 20s, the last 10, a roll of quarters so I can wash my clothes. And then when I'm done washing my clothes, I'm gonna go on down to the Department of Water and Power and I'm gonna pay my Department of Water and Power bill with a check. Oh, who is that calling? Let me flip open my AirTouch cellular. When that nigga answer the phone, he gotta pull the antenna up first. That nigga pull the antenna up. Now, but he ain't got the regular flip. He got the one, the kind of phone. Y'all remember like the kind where like the mouthpiece part flip down? He got to flip down the mouthpiece, pull up the black antenna, and then pick up his AirTouch cellular. He got the black buttons with the green backlight. Y'all remember them phones because they used to have the orange backlight, but he got the black buttons with the green backlight. What's up? Is this you, Jimmy Mac? Nah, Jimmy Mac, I'm over here up on this internet thing. And I'm watching this nigga on YouTube on this internet thing, and his video's choppy. I don't know what's wrong with this. This nigga need to get better internet because my cell phone would have to pull the antenna. Or maybe that's why the nigga internet choppy because my antenna fell down. Let me pull that motherfucker back up real quick. Hello? I appreciate the deposit, Amar Woods. Happy birthday. What day is your birthday? Nah, S-Rep, he ain't quite as old as Percy Earl. Percy Earl's like in his 70s. This brother right here is 53. He the kind of nigga that when he putting it, yeah, them old niggas when they pull their phone out, they look at it and they pulling up out. Hold on. Let me pull this paper out and let me punch in this phone number. Then they pull a piece of paper out their top pocket and they punch in the phone number like this. 323. What is that? 972. He don't say 7, he says 7. 972. 1 2 2 4. No. Bam. That's not 4. 1 2 25. Yeah. Hello? Is this Laura? Laura? Hey, yeah. I want to know if you can pick me up for church tomorrow. You know, it's going to church and, you know, my Oldsmobile then the catalytic converter went out my Oldsmobile. Yeah. I go to 9:45 service. You go to 1 o'clock service? Oh, I don't want to watch football game. I don't want football. You know, the old niggas don't say football. They go, football. Y'all notice that? When niggas cross 50, they don't say football no more. They say football. I gotta watch that football game. We're gonna watch that football. Then when I get my car back, you know, gotta get that oil changed, you know. When black men cross 50, they don't say oil no more, they say all. Yeah, gotta go ahead and get that oil change. Yeah, get that oil change. I get that Vaseline, Mobile One. Yeah. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna get some of that Penzol. So that nigga over here telling me my phone is tripping. What's up, Chubby? You sit up in here. Everybody say what's up to Chubby up in this bitch. Hey, Chubby, I hope to see you at my live show, bruh. I hope to see you there. Yeah. Nigga said salute to some of these old niggas. Yeah, Chubby. I hope I see you at the show, bruh, February 25th. I'm gonna have DJ Count DJing. Made that shit like old times at the Rhythm Lounge. Some of my favorite nights in comedy, when I first started comedy. Y'all remember Ricky Harris? He was ta-da, y'all tearing up shit. Y'all remember ta-da from Death Row? Doggy Dog World? Ricky Harris was in This Christmas. He was on Grand Theft Auto 3 and 4. A lot of shit, man. Salute to Ricky Harris, man. I love Ricky Harris. We used to have some fun nights, man. And rest in peace, Ricky Harris. But when we first started comedy, Chubby, it'd be me. It'd be nights. It would be me, DJ Count, Chubby in the chat room, like 3 other niggas, 2 people in the audience, and Ricky Harris. And we would get on stage and perform. It would be like 5 comics and 2 audience members. And I brought one of them. And we get on stage and do our thing. I'll never forget them days, Chubby. What's up, George? Peace and honor to you, brother. Huntsville, Alabama. I don't mess around with people from Ville towns, especially Huntsville. Anybody that lives in any Huntsville and down south, you a tough motherfucker. Salute to you. If you live in anybody who lives in Huntsville anywhere, Huntsville, you can't be a weak motherfucker and live in Huntsville. No, sir. No. Huntsville, you got to be able to administer your own first aid. Shit. Niggas from black folks from Huntsville will break a whole kneecap in the woods and tie that motherfucker up themselves. Nurse themselves back to health and never go to the hospital and won't ever have a limp either. I'm not messing with brother. You from Huntsville? I ain't fucking with. Hey, salute to my brother from Huntsville. Shit, man, I ain't messing with nobody from Huntsville. Nope. You don't play games with people from Huntsville. Like, you don't fuck around with people from Huntsville. You'll find out. People from Huntsville ain't got time for the extra shit. They're gonna respect you. They're gonna be cool. They're gonna take care of business. They're gonna do what they said they're gonna do. But don't play with nobody from Huntsville. Don't. Yeah, Huntsville, Texas, Huntsville, Alabama, Huntsville. If somebody's from anywhere in Huntsville, don't fuck with them. All right, that's just I love y'all in the chat room. I want to see y'all live longer. That's just me talking. All right, I live in LA. Ain't no Huntsville nowhere near me. And shit, I can go my whole life without running across a Huntsville. But you niggas live down south. You have to drive through a Huntsville at any moment. Don't fuck around. Hey, you're right, Chris. Brownsville. Don't fuck around no Brown. See, here in California, we got Susanville. That's what one of the prisons. They've been saying they're going to shut down Susanville prison for 20 years. They still ain't shut that motherfucker down. Why? Because it's Susanville. Susanville? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all remember when the major fires happened in California? Was it 2019? 2020. Yeah, this like around time. I went to me and my wife. We went up to Mount Shasta. I'm a nature nigga. I love nature, so yeah, I went to Mount Shasta. Went to Mount Shasta. And then ended up going to Lake Tahoe. Well, when you're leaving Mount Shasta and driving to Lake Tahoe, you go halfway through that 4-hour drive, which is such a beautiful drive. One of the most scenic drives you'll ever see. I want to do it again because last time I did that drive was in the middle of wildfire season, so I didn't really get the views the way I wanted to get the views. But halfway through that drive, you go through this little town called Susanville. And this was the summer of the coronavirus lockdowns 2020. So Dwan thinking, I'm going to get some, I need some ammo for my guns. Ammo running short. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stop in Susanville. They got a couple gun shops in Susanville. Nigga. I pulled up to the gun shop in Susanville, and they had one of them "Don't Tread on Me" snakes, a Confederate flag. Mind you, we in Northern California. These niggas had a Confederate flag, a "Don't Tread on Me" snake, and I said, you know what? I don't need ammo that bad. Let me keep going. And I ended up going and driving to Reno and buying some ammo in Reno. Let me get this ammo over here in Reno. And I got some more ammo in Lake Tahoe. But I did not stop in Susanville. Nope. I don't fuck with no villes. I'm an LA nigga. You said you got caught in a tornado? God damn. I'm glad you're all right, George. I'm glad you're all right, brother. Hell no, Aries. I did not collect my 200. That gun shop could have been stacked full of ammo. You think I stopped in Susanville? Hell no. My wife wanted to eat. I said, baby, we gonna have to get out of one of these we gonna have to get out of this motherfucking ville before we eat. What's the name of the next city on the Google Maps? We're not about to eat no Susanville. Not happening. Not happening. Baby, your hunger gonna have to wait a little longer. Sorry, I'm sure that y'all could tell the sound quality just dropped off because I took my mic out. Y'all see my mic? Took my mic out so I can roll this weed. I got my incense and ashtray. That's how I know you. That's how you know you're a player ass nigga. When your weed rolling tray is branded to your music publication. Hell yeah, Camptown, Texas. All eyes have been on me. And my name is not Tupac Shakur. All eyes on me. Nope. But it's time for me to blow some trees in this bitch. I'm probably gonna smoke at least 2 more blunts tonight. Let me just roll both of them now. Stop fucking around. To keep them sunflower seeds to the next stop. Ha! Y'all stupid. But again, we talking about exposure, y'all. We talking about exposure. People have been exposed, man. That's why, but that's also why I say there are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages. There are going to people that are there are going to be people who are exposed this year that have given us a lot of substance over the years. So why am I saying that? Even if somebody that you like that's giving you substance over the years is exposure, it gets exposed, you don't give away what they taught you. Sometimes the greatest teachers can be the biggest degenerates on earth. Like, let me give you an example. People like Dr. York. I'm not that into Dr. York's whole thing, but I will say this. Dr. York obviously inspired a whole generation of people to do a lot of great things. Then it turned out that he was a sick son of a bitch doing some sick ass shit. Does that now mitigate all of the influence that Dr. York had with people like Bobby Hemmett and people, all the different people that Dr. York influenced? I'm not like all into what he did, his whole thing. I don't really do the whole following niggas kind of thing. But Dr. York obviously did a lot of great things for a lot of people. I'm not going to lie and act like Dr. York didn't influence a lot of people. He didn't influence me directly, but Dr. York has influenced people who influenced me. I can say that. Dr. York has had definite influence over people who've influenced me. So even though he's a sick son of a bitch, does that change the lessons that he taught the people who've had good influence over me? To me, I don't think so. It's just a sick son of a bitch that taught a particular philosophy that had a profound, great effect on many great people. I don't fuck with Dr. York directly. I don't fuck with Elijah Muhammad like that. It's a lot of shit that Elijah Muhammad supposedly was a part of that I ain't down with. But to say Elijah Muhammad wasn't one of the most effective people of the last century will be fucking crazy. In spite of things that Elijah Muhammad may or may not have done, in spite of that, you can't mitigate the fact that Elijah Muhammad inspired Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Khalid Muhammad, Farrakhan, Shahrazad Ali. You can't minimize that. You know? Reason Islam. Elijah Muhammad, when you look at if you say let's judge a tree by the fruit it bears, Elijah Muhammad has the grandest tree of them all. Prince Hall. The Prince Hall Masons. You can say what you want about the Prince Hall Masons. I don't give a fuck which side of the tree you fall on. But Prince Hall, every great black institution has been built by someone that comes out of the black institution, whether you're talking about the church, the Nation of Islam, most of the institutions that still stand to this day come out of people who are part of the Prince Hall Masons. Good or bad. A lot of people were on some bullshit. But when you look at every single black bank that was around during the 20th century was founded by a Prince Hall Mason, Prince Hall has obviously had a profound effect. I don't throw babies out with the bathwaters. Let me give you some more DwannBrown philosophy. Again, you can take it or leave it. I don't care what you do with it. Just listen and come up with your own opinion. Let me give you some of my philosophy. This is my philosophy. You don't have to agree, okay? This isn't about you agreeing. This is just about my philosophy and how I see life. Every God that's sent to show us a particular thing isn't necessarily the best human. Let me say that again. The gods sent here, the people who are sent here to show us certain things, oftentimes they aren't the best human beings. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. James Brown. James Brown was a god of music. James Brown gave us the funk. James Brown was sent here and he inspired Michael Jackson. He gave us the greatest stage show that we had ever seen before Michael Jackson in Earth, and Fire. James Brown did so much for us musically. James Brown, by all accounts, this isn't me, I never met James Brown, but James Brown, by most accounts, was a shitty human being. James Brown didn't pay people. James Brown wasn't a good husband. James Brown fucked a lot of people over. If you go back and listen to my interview with Mr. Bobby Rush, Mr. Bobby Rush talks about the 2 times he put up money to do something with James Brown, and both times James Brown fucked him over. I remember my father-in-law, Mr. James Carmichael, he talked about like in the early 70s, James Brown hit him up to produce some music for him. Because Mr. Carmichael was one of the greatest producers to ever live. so proud to be part of his family lineage. But I remember him telling me, like, he didn't do it. Why? Because James Brown had a reputation of not paying anybody, of not paying producers. If you're going to work with James Brown, you better get your money up front because James Brown probably won't pay you. Why am I saying this? James Brown wasn't the best human being. Joe Tex oftentimes, before he died, complained about James Brown stealing a lot of his stilo. James Brown wasn't a good human being. But James Brown was still no less a God. Because James Brown wasn't sent here to show us how to be a good human. James Brown was sent here to show us how to dance. James Brown was sent here to show us music, to bless us with music. That was James Brown's role on this planet. And he lived that role well. There are other people that are brought here to show us how to be great humans. James Brown wasn't one of them. Some people are sent here to show us how to sing. Some people are sent here to show us how to play basketball, how to play pool, or how to act, or how to be a good politician. Everybody ain't gonna be the best human being. Some people are sent here to teach information that they learn from other people, or teach information through their own experiences. It doesn't mean they're gonna be the best human being. That's when it's on us to be mature enough to, whoever that particular person that was that inspired us, that taught us, that helped us be great in some kind of way, whenever they falter, whenever they stumble, because they will stumble, they're human beings, whenever they're exposed, and if that exposure means you can't rock what they get down no more, that's fine. Sometimes you just gotta know when to part ways with people. But when you make that part, still keep whatever it was that they taught you. Whatever it was you learned from them during that time that brought you two together, whether that be interpersonally or psychically, spiritually, whatever you learned during that time, whatever you got from that person during that time that helps you grow and be a better person, you keep that. You let the person go. You let they get down go. You let their influence they once had over you and your mind go. But whatever substance that they taught you that helped you be a better person, you keep that. Whatever joys, whatever laughs they gave you, whatever experiences they gave you, you keep that. You don't give away the good times and the good things and the good memories and because a person fucked up. Especially when they fuck up ain't had shit to do with you. Person C compares person A exposed person C. They ain't got a damn thing to do with you. You just saw what happened. It was like, yo, that person right there, that's some fucked up shit. Damn. I really like that person. And then you move on. Secret Garden on right now. This song brought together light-skinned niggas and dark-skinned niggas. This song brought together fat niggas and in-shape niggas. Elder Bars the woo! James Ingram, Barry White, nigga. I'll be sure. I'm about to turn my fireplace on. Shit. Turn my fireplace on. Let me turn my fireplace. Oh shit. I dropped my matches. God damn it. I'm about to pick this shit up. I'll pick it up when I'm done talking to y'all. Hold on. There we go. Here we go. See, Secret Garden on. I gotta turn that goddamn fireplace on. Shit. I done dropped my matches though. I'm gonna pick them hoes up when I'm done talking to y'all. Which is gonna be soon because I've been on almost 2 hours. All the mo niggas say, my dad still be saying show you right sometime. I be like, Pops. My dad sometimes, I remember when this came, my dad be like, yeah, show you right. See, that's how I grew up. I love my dad and my mom. Shit, I love my parents. I love the fuck out my parents. I remember when I was a kid, the Lakers would be playing. My dad was always watching the Lakers with his friends or whatever. And then James Worthy hit a layup. And then my pops be hitting the weed. And he'd look over at my cousin Stanley. After like Chick Hearn to be on the announcing. Magic dribble drives the ball down to the sideline. Magic passes to AC Green. AC Green to Byron Scott. Byron Scott back to Magic. Magic passes the ball to Worthy. Worthy passes it to Kareem. Kareem back to Magic. Magic to Kareem. Layup. Oh, 2 points. James Worthy, number 42 for the Los Angeles Lakers. Then my dad be like, yeah, that's right, Worthy. Show you right. Show you right. Worthy, that's right. Show you right. Me and my dad was on the phone today. See, me and my pops, we real Laker fans. Pops was like, man, I wish this nigga LeBron James would leave the team. He was like, the Lakers are not exciting anymore with this dude. It's like, see, he's like, Pops is like, man, it just seemed like he just coming here to get his numbers and pass Kareem and keep going. He don't give a goddamn about winning. I was like, yeah, Pops. Our Lakers are under hostage as long as LeBron James is here. We real Laker fans, we day ones, we are under hostage. If I remember that shit, Pops would be like, show you right, show you right. Yeah. Yeah, of course, with Lakers, we had a cool team to root for. It's just this whole LeBron thing is like, man, dude, leave my Lakers alone. Like, get off my squad, shit. Clout chasing ass nigga. Hell yeah, Chubby. The Lakers are way more competitive than Van Exel and Zapatos. My favorite Lakers team, my favorite One of my 3 favorite all-time Lakers teams was the year before Shaq got there. It was the Nick Van Exel, Cedric Ceballos, Eddie Jones, that 1995 season. That season when Ced made the All-Star team. Yeah, right before he went missing in Lake Havasu. Nick Van Exel was in his that Laker team played their ass off. They played hard every night. They got their ass whooped a lot, but they played hard. Oh, shit, we got a nigga driving down the street with no lights on. Let me get down. Hold on. Oh, okay. He turned his lights on. I'm from LA, nigga. Anybody come driving down the street with their lights off, that's a drive-by. Y'all saw how quick I almost ran back in the house? I saw this nigga come down the street with no lights on. Y'all saw how fast I almost ran back up in that motherfucker? Turn his light. Woohoo! Shit, nigga, if you ever come to LA, don't drive down the street with your lights off. Nigga, that mean drive-by. You drive past the wrong motherfucker with your lights off, they gonna shoot first. I can guarantee, nigga. Man, Eddie Jones. I remember when I was in 8th grade at my middle school, Overwright Middle School. Eddie Jones and Anthony Peeler came down to an assembly, and that shit was fun. It was Eddie. They're like, the Lakers are gonna be. We wanted to see Nick Van Exel. Nick Van Exel didn't come, but it was Eddie Jones. This is when Eddie Jones was a rookie. This is '94 because this was when Eddie Jones was a rookie. The season hadn't started yet. We didn't know who Eddie Jones was because the season hadn't started yet. And he was like, "My name is Eddie Jones." Oh, that's a nice helicopter. I don't want them nice helicopters, right? I want them jet copters. Let me see that. I love airport. I say right by airport. That shit was nice. That motherfucker was nice. That's one of them billionaire helicopters right there. Shit. Anyway, Eddie Jones came down. We was like, who the fuck is Eddie Jones? It was Eddie Jones, Anthony Peeler, and George Lynch. Yeah. But I've been on here for 2 hours. But yeah, like, again, I'm end this by saying we in a time, man, where just, this is a very interesting year, and we gonna keep having these updates. I called it before it happened. I called it back in December. The whole Dana White situation, I literally called it, and I told y'all when it was gonna happen. In the middle of the whole Kanye and Kyrie stuff in the mid-December, I said, sometime between Christmas and the New Year, you're gonna have somebody white or in the so-called mainstream do some bullshit, and it's going to expose the hypocrisy. New Year's Eve, Dana White slaps up his wife, and you see we're now 13 days into the new year. It's about to be midnight, so soon to be 14 days into the new year. And people are still talking about the Dana White situation. Is not going away. The contradictions are being heightened. People are seeing things for what it is. And because of that, people are being exposed. As people become exposed that you like, keep what they said that helped you grow, But at the same time, when their bullshit is exposed, believe it and listen to your inner voice. A higher wisdom is there for you. I went to go see Parliament Funkadelic last night, and salute to Kid Funk, Mike Hampton. He played the maggot brain perfectly, like always. There's nothing like going to a Parliament concert and seeing Mike Hampton play the maggot brain. Mike Hampton's been playing that was him playing the maggot brain on the live version on the One Nation Under a Groove album. That was Mike Hampton. He got with Parliament Funkadelic as a teenager. And when he plays the maggot brain, the electricity in the room just gives you life. It was dope seeing him last night. But there's a song by Funkadelic, and I'm going to listen to it when I'm done talking to you niggas. And the song, and you guys have heard me talk about this song before, the regulars. Y'all have heard me talk about this song before. But it's called Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts by Funkadelic. Listen to that song. That song is straight up metaphysics, straight up life game. And there's a line in that song when George says, listen to the inner voice. There is a higher wisdom at work for you. And there's another part where he says, be aware of the thought seeds you plant in your mind, because seeds grow after their own kind. Listen to that song, Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts by Funkadelic. It's a great way to live your life and to see how your brain works and functions. Listen to it. What's up, Star? Star be coming out of nowhere. Good night, positive influence. Shit. God damn. Woo, that hit. Woo. Yes, sir. Yes. Anyway. Ooh, that was a good hit. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all. Get your t-shirts at hotepish.com/shop, incensandashtrays.com/shop. And pretty soon, DwannB.com is going to be open. So y'all can stop going to all these different websites. Everything next month is going to be available at DwannB.com. Follow my Discord. Star, if you're on Discord, hit me on the inbox at DwannB because I want to make you an admin. I want to give you like controls and powers and shit. My same people who are my mods here in YouTube, I want y'all to be the mods over in Discord too. And I'm going to add more people as mods. Aries, if you want to jump in over there, at DwannB. I'm getting the whole Discord community built up. Because Discord is where it's going. All because like Twitter and everything shot up in, Discord is going to be the central rallying point. Just in case any Twitter profile gets suspended or Instagram profile, or they try to take my YouTube channel, Discord is the rallying point. Everything is going to be at Discord. Because with my show at Caffeine, you have to be on Discord anyway if you want to FaceTime into my Caffeine show. You're going to have to be on Discord for that anyway. But Discord is where everything is. Like, I'm about to get rid of my MailChimp, so I won't be sending out emails like that. All of my discounts, like I'm doing no more. It's gonna be no more discounts on any of my merch or any of my readings. If I do, the only discounts that are going to be offered moving forward are going to be through Discord. Only people on Discord are going to get like discounts on readings or merch. Outside of Discord, there are zero discounts on merch or readings or any of that. 2023, no more sales. I'm not fucking with sales. My price is my price. But to the Discord community, there will be particular offers for those who do join the Discord community. Because like I said, we can't depend on the social media platforms. Twitter is shadow banning people for no goddamn reason and kicking people off. And you see how YouTube is, not letting people post for a week because they said something. So Discord, so if a nigga ever get kicked off of Twitter or YouTube or Instagram or any place, Discord, wherever I'm at, it's gonna be a link posted in Discord. That's gonna be the place where everything is. No matter what happens with any of the social media, Discord is a constant. So please join that Discord at DwannB. My contact's the same shit you have here at DwannB. That's the same shit. Twitter, Instagram, Discord, caffeine, all that shit. I'm going to end up giving another Discord link too, because like, if y'all look at my Discord, it's getting reworked. Discord is going to have a general chat. I'm going to have a chat just for incense and ashtrays. So for those of you who fuck with me on the music tip, you're going to be able to hit me up through incense and ashtrays for the music talk. I'm going to premiere different stuff exclusively through the incense and ashtrays on Discord. Then I'm going to have the Hotepish talk, to where we talk about this kind of shit, current events and talks. That's going to be a separate chat room for people who don't really care about the music, but you more so want to stay up to date on what's going on information-wise. We're going to have that chat. And then there's going to be the Patreon level chat. The people on my Patreon, the highest one, they're going to be able to talk to me directly, like anything like my card reading, any quick questions you got with your relationships. They'll have that direct line. And then the general chat, I'll still be up in that bitch too. So, if you can't find it, Aries, I know I have a tech guy working on my Discord. Like, I'm getting my Discord community professionally built. Like, I'm not doing this shit for free. Like, this isn't me building this Discord community. I'm paying someone a lot of money to do this for me. Because I love y'all. I don't like rinky-dink ass shit. Again, that goes to show how much I really fuck with y'all. I do not do rinky-dink shit. I don't fuck with rinky-dink. So I paid a professional to really get my Discord organized and done right. I didn't want no. So if you can't get in right now, that's because he's probably in there working on it. We're supposed to be done by Tuesday. But I paid a professional to really get my Discord organized and succinct and decent, because I care about y'all. I like people to have a good experience. If you spend money with me, if you do anything with me, I'm going to give you my best. Nigga ain't going to be perfect, and I definitely will fuck up, because I'm human. I'm going to fuck up. But that don't mean I'm not going to give you my best. I'm always going to give y'all my best, because I care about y'all. Because I care about myself. I care about my fucking reputation. And so I give people my best. And so my Discord, that's me giving you my best. Y'all see my commercials I run? Pay attention to the commercials y'all see out there on other channels and versus my commercials. I pay niggas to do my shit right. I can't edit those, so I pay my man Simon. Listen to my commercials on D-Tubman channels and everybody else's. People be like, I can't believe, sometimes I've been listening to some of the people's shows, and people will run ads, and the ad sounds like somebody's whispering in the background. I'm like, man, if you don't pay somebody $200 to get this shit right, you better respect people. Star, I can't send you the link now, but I'll send you another one. We'll get it right. But keep following the channel. Y'all see the Discord because my man, he literally could be in there working it right now. That link maybe could work, Star, but my tech guy could, because he told me he wants my my shit to be ready by Tuesday or Wednesday. So, and he did tell me he'll be working on it over the weekend. So my tech guy could be in the link right now, and that's probably why it's not working. So that link still may work, Star. We'll check. We will check. Yeah, my Patreon is gonna be mostly on Discord. Like if you pay for my Patreon, you're gonna have a different level of access to me on Discord. That's how it's gonna work. Yeah, Simon Vision Media. That's Simon. Yeah, he's gonna do my ads. I'm one like, man, I don't like rinky dink ass shit. I don't fuck with that. Not my name on it. And that's why when y'all come to my live show, it's gonna be fun. I got a dope ass DJ. My live show is Larry's gonna be there on the mic. That shit. Now we'll start on time. Tell you right now, I'm starting on time. There will be a comic on stage at 10 o'clock. And my man Antoine Young. I have an opener because I like to reward them. Don't you hate when you get somewhere on time and you gotta wait till the people who got there late for the show to start? Not at my shows. I'm not gonna be on stage because I'm hosting my show, but I got somebody opening my show that's gonna be on stage right at 10 o'clock. And they're gonna be cracking jokes as the people who got there a little late, or if the comedy club is slow sitting people down. It's gonna be somebody on stage to entertain y'all as people walk in. Because we respect people around here. Yeah, the masterclass level on Patreon, that's gonna be the direct access to me. That's going to be the one if you got any kind of car questions, any kind of thing that's kind of quick. That's where I'm going to respond to people fastest on. I'm not going to be responding on Twitter and IG like I used to, because now my shit's getting, not because I'm going Hollywood, just because now I get a lot of fucking questions. I didn't expect this many questions, because me, I just be talking and shit. But I get so many inboxes and questions. I'm like, man, look. I can't respond to everything now. I still run 3 different companies outside of doing podcasting. All right. I got to make sure these buildings right here run succinctly and smooth. I got other responsibilities. I said they done started with the disrespectful MLK weekend flyers. Yeah, they do. They be disrespectful with the MLK weekend flyers, but hey, it's exposure time, baby. It's exposure time, baby. Police about to fuck somebody up. You about to fuck somebody up. Usually when y'all hear a siren, that'd be the ambulance. This time it was the police. Anytime the police got to run like that, wherever they going, they're about to kick that person's ass. But I'm about to get the fuck up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all. And remember, there are no perfect messengers. So as this time of exposure comes, take what you got from people, appreciate it, and move on. Don't get discouraged because someone you thought was the perfect messenger isn't. Just take their message, jive with their message, keep what meant something to you, and keep pushing, all right? I fucks with y'all. But thank y'all for listening. I'm out.